Oh, LG, I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed. Well, actually scratch that, I'm a little bit mad because I like LG monitors. I have one. I'm on an ultra-wide LG monitor right here. Oh, but man, okay. Bad news if you guys, if you like LG. We've got, and I mean, in general, if you just like honest review practices from companies. Okay, so what am I talking about? You can see behind me here, Hardware Unboxed. I'm subscribed to them on YouTube. I hope you are too. They are, in my opinion, a fantastic PC tech review channel. And one of the things that they review is monitors. And that's where the scandal comes in. You'll notice that what I noticed here, which is they had a video today, bribes and manipulation. That's the thumbnail I'm like covering up here. Green screens are confusing. Here. Anyway, the link will be in the description here. Anyway, where they explain this whole thing. Now, I'm putting the word out here using my tiny little YouTube voice because I think it's important for anybody with any sort of a voice in the PC tech space to call out companies when they have really shady practices that need to stop. And they deserve some public shaming for it. And this is about the worst I've ever seen. I don't know. I don't think that's just being dramatic. This is bad. This is very, very bad. This is worse than when Hardware Unboxed several months ago had issues with NVIDIA trying to blacklist them over their editorial content. This is worse and potentially was trying to get them to do something illegal. Yeah. We had actual possible illegal stuff going on here. Well, it didn't actually happen, but it was being pushed. So what am I talking about here? Again, you can watch their video linked in the description. I highly recommend seeing the whole thing if you're interested. My video will probably be a bit shorter and get straight to the point. A series of email communications with Hardware Unboxed regarding their reviews of a particular monitor. And that review hasn't, as of the time of filming, been released yet. But let's just dive into some of this. So I'm gonna get myself out of the way a bit here. Okay. Anyway. Okay, so basically LG sends review samples to Hardware Unboxed. They do their reviews. They've done that for a long time. There's never really been any problems. And this monitor was sent to them. By the way, there's just in these emails, just something to keep in mind. They use the EP and the GP kind of mistakenly interchanged there. I honestly forget which one's the correct thing, and also you'll notice in some of these emails that they're communicating with somebody who speaks Korean as a first language. So please just understand that there's gonna be some English language issues here in these emails, but we can still clearly understand what they're saying. Okay. Anyway, those things out of the way. Basically, this monitor was sent to Hardware Unboxed. There was no review embargo and no stipulations on what they could say in the review, as per their normal procedures and policies. Then, before the review is published, but after they've already received the review sample with no strings attached, not even in a review embargo date, they get this communication saying there is an internal direction that all the 32EP850 has to be reviewed after the following guidelines. Guidelines for comparison. Please avoid comparing it. Again, this is an issue with, they just used the wrong model number here or something. Anyway, with any of our past LG models. Instead, we'd prefer comparison with any other brand's IPS models that's out in the market. Now that's weird, right? That's weird. Okay, they're saying you can compare it to competitors, but not to our own products. And we'll see more about why they're worried about that in some of the upcoming emails here. But again, there's already been a review embargo placed on them, and then now they're getting these further guidelines about please don't compare it to our earlier models. And if you do UFO test, now if you're not familiar with monitor testing, this isn't really crucial to the point of today's video, which is about the scandal, but basically in a monitor, when an image moves across the screen, there can be blurring on that image as the pixel response time might not be able to keep up with the speed at which the image is moving. The UFO test is a way of testing for that and gets used a lot in monitor reviews. And they are trying to stipulate that you may only use these exact settings on the UFO test when testing this monitor. So they're, again, trying to limit the testing and reporting that can be done in this review. Also, on CR testing, which is pretty clearly contrast ratio testing here, they're saying only use these settings. Okay, so they're really trying to limit what's going on here, what's being displayed. I just realized I could make this bigger for you guys. That's probably better, huh? Anyway. So they're trying to limit these, and here, this is already bad, but guys, this is the part that borders on illegal. The part, by the way, I've added the highlights. I've taken these screenshots from the Hardware Unboxed video, by the way. That's where I got these. They showed them in the video. Go to that video if you are, you know, wanting their take on all of this as well. And again, my highlight added here, but this is what could be illegal. We can definitely discuss about the additional compensation for sharing drafts. Wait, what? So they're saying, if the review contains nothing that would be against the guidelines, let them know. Otherwise, few edits would be necessary. Also, we decided that for all reviewers to provide us its drafts, we can definitely discuss about the additional compensation for sharing drafts. So, okay, obviously ignore the little like English grammar issues and stuff here. They're saying, don't test any of these things, and please submit us a draft of your review before it goes live. And additional compensation can be had for sharing drafts. Okay, now this is the part that can be illegal because there are laws against a sponsored advertisement being played off as if it's an independent review. If something is sponsored content, it needs to be marked clearly as sponsored content. So, I mean, it's possibly the people at LG would have, you know, suggested that this video be marked as sponsored content, but this looks really bad, guys. This looks really, really, really bad. This is awful. It's just awful. Anyway, so that's the main issue going on here, is they were not only trying to limit the editorial direction of the review, they were trying to offer money for it. Yeah, okay, let's go on. So this is the message sent from Tim at Hardware Unboxed, basically saying that goes against our review policies. We don't do paid reviews. We're gonna do our review as normal. Remember, they didn't agree to any kind of embargo or stipulations when they were sent the monitor. These all came after the fact, probably after LG realized that the monitor wasn't living up to the expectations, which we'll see kind of in their response here. So, here's the response to that. If this be the case, I think we should not proceed this content. We appreciate all your efforts here and true comments on this product. However, again, highlights added by me, we did not either expect that this product would have such issue. Okay, we've well known your channel and appreciate your reviews, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So, but instead we should have to exclude this review gets lived on your channel. In other words, they're basically saying, our monitor didn't actually live up to our expectations, so we don't want you to publish a review that shows that. And they probably noticed this after they'd sent out the review models, and that's why they're trying to add in all these stipulations later on. More, okay? So, however, including your review and others, so this could be about like Hardware Unboxed is the ones bringing this to our attention, but that doesn't mean they're the only people that this was happening to. Anyway, our client found that the GP850 is not quite a model that was with expected outcome, especially when it comes to the faster mode. That's faster mode here is probably referring to overdrive settings on a monitor. Remember the pixel ghosting issue I said with the UFO test? the different overdrive settings can help clarify some of those ghosting issues, but if they're driven too far, they can cause inverse ghosting and other image artifacts and things like that. Anyway, so it sounds like this setting didn't live up to their expectations. So we expected much more of advanced result on this model compared to the previous 1 millisecond models of ours, but it obviously did not. Thus, our client is worried about the audience not being interested in our new models. In other words, they're saying, like, hey, this monitor, even though it's newer, isn't as much better as our old models we already made as we thought it would be to really justify the price and an upgrade. So we're worried that people aren't going to buy it. Therefore, here's some money to lie about it in your review. I mean, that's what it says, right? Additional compensation for submitting your review to us ahead of time. Anyway, and the last bit here, also, this may cause drops of our estimated sales rate of this new product. We are already dealing with some of issue relating to our concerns above, thus we are trying to make this stop happening from further reviews. In other words, I mean, guys, they're just flat out saying it. Hi, our product didn't live up to our expectations, therefore, please don't let the public know that it doesn't live up to our expectations. Do not compare it to our earlier products, which are probably cheaper and do the job almost as well. This new product of ours isn't worth the price we're asking for it because it didn't do what we thought it would do. Don't tell anybody. Here's some money. Nice job, LG. Like I said, I actually am a little bit mad. Anyway. All right, guys, that was me using my tiny little YouTube voice to throw this information out into the YouTube algorithm to as many people as I can get it to. Take it into consideration when buying LG products in the future. I'm not saying that we need a blacklist, but I am saying that this needs to get out there. The public needs to have an outcry, and these policies need to be changed. This is bad. What do you think? Let me know in the comment section. I read every comment on my channel. I reply to as many as I can. Thank you to my subscribers. You guys are beautiful people, and I hope you all have an excellent day. Do I smash my LG monitor now? Probably not. Definitely not. Definitely not. Bye.